Sunday, May 25th, Buffalo, New York. I am running the Buffalo Marathon with my second marathon attempt. Got to run 2 hours and 55 minutes or faster. Why? Because I need to qualify for the Boston Marathon, and this is what I need to do. Buffalo Marathon. My age group, 26 miles. Sunday, May 25th, Buffalo, New York. Project BQ. Let's go, baby.
All right, what the heck is up, everyone? Welcome to the 2025 Buffalo Marathon recap video. As you can see, I finished the Buffalo Marathon. There's the medal. Got it. Actually, a pretty sick medal. So we got the job done. But yeah, so quick. I didn't get a lot of clips of the race. I don't have a lot of people to content and everything for me during the race. I had my dad and my aunt, biking around, cheering, and just giving me my special water bottle, right? But I didn't have anyone designated out there to give me footage or anything. So I have some miscellaneous stuff I'll probably throw in throughout this video as I try to put some graphics up. So kind of bear with this rant. It's still morning of the race. I want to talk about just my quick mindset before the race itself, a little post-race, like kind of immediate couple hours after, and then kind of my plans running wise going forward now that I've had 24 hours to digest this thing. So day before was smooth.
Expo has no idea what's about to hit it.
Went down, got my packet, as you can see, a couple clips. Expo was awesome. Saw some really cool people there. Shout out if you actually watch my videos and you said hi to me there. That I cannot believe it, and thank you so much. Definitely drop a comment if you saw me at the expo. I definitely want to connect with anyone that has seen any of my videos or is inspired by anything that I've been doing. Definitely let me know who the heck you are. I would love to connect with you a little bit. But had a great day the day before. Everything was smooth, stayed in. I was chilling the whole rest of the day. So morning of the race, got my alarm set for 3:45, got up real early, got a cold shower in, and just started my nutrition process. Really, I had everything laid out the night before of what I was gonna wear, my bag, kind of what I needed my dad to bring along the course, where we're gonna park. Everything was all set. I just needed to wake up, get my body kind of jump started, shake out, and stretch out and start fueling the right way for the race. Around 5, my dad and I headed out downtown to our parking spot. There around 5:30, I did a little jog, about 5 minutes. Honestly, after that, we kitted up and we headed over to the start line. We walked all the way over. It wasn't too far, but got over there, got to the start line about probably 20 minutes before the race started, and then I just started, had my stuff over there, had my water over there, and I just kind of mentally started getting ready. The times just started flying by, and before I knew it, we were pretty much lined up and we were ready to go. And so this is all happening before 6:30 in the morning. This is like 6:15, 6:20, 6:25. Before I know it, they're doing the national anthem, and it's game time. On the screen, there, I'm gonna stay off the side here, there are all my splits, and I'm gonna let that roll for a little bit here with some Strava footage. So I honestly have to say, without a doubt, I'm really happy with how I ran. I'm really proud of how I ran. Finished in 2:56:24, I believe, 6:42 pace per mile. Literally was on the money up to mile 23. It was, I couldn't have executed the race plan that I had any more perfect, and that was just to go out and try to run just about 3:20 to 3:18 per 800 per half mile, basically on the clock, and that's all I was focused on. I had my watch on lap time here, on just per every lap and not the total distance I was doing, just because I wanted to stay locked in on that lap I was on that next 800, right? And I was honestly dialed in. I felt throughout that race that I was actually truly in the BQ chase pack. There were a lot of people that went out hard early. Power to you. Probably were a lot of half marathoners that went out hard too, that kind of got mixed into the marathoners as well. Hey, all good. But I truly felt that I was in the group that was chasing the BQ. I definitely passed a lot of people after the halfway point that were slowing down or walking, that really went out too hard, and hey, they went for it, balls to the wall, right? I honestly felt throughout the race, I was in that BQ group, like chasing the time, dialed into the pace, right? I had an awesome group here. I'll put a little picture right there. I had an awesome group through kind of the early stages of the race. Just kind of around probably like miles 5 to like 10. I had a really cool group, probably with some half marathoners mixed in it that I was dialing in with. So that was awesome to run with them. And then from there, kind of around 11 to probably like 15, I had another group I was with. Shout out my boy Jack. This group right here was awesome to run with. And then they actually got back up near the end, which I'll talk about in a sec. But then from about probably 15 to 19, I was definitely on my own. And if I ran with someone, it was literally passing them because they were going backwards, right? So I was pretty much running on my own from 15 to 19, and that was probably one of the harder stages in the race that I definitely underestimated. But I didn't want, the group I was with around 14 felt like they were kind of holding back a little bit. I wanted to make sure I could still clock some 6:30 lows because it was feeling pretty good. So I kept rolling with it. Got into Delaware Park. Delaware Park definitely beat me up pretty good. It didn't really feel it in the moment. I didn't really feel it, honestly, until I got to like 21. And once I got to 21, 22, I still clocked some 6:30s, as you can see kind of where my splits here were this last segment of the race. I still ran like 6:30 low for 21, 22, but that's definitely when it started to hurt. I knew I was in some trouble because I was like, okay, we have still about 30 minutes like to go, and I'm not out of this yet. Like I can't just rely on, you know, just gunning it in. So I knew I was in some trouble there. And right around 23, I ran a 6:51, and that was a lot of pain. 24, I was going up this slight hill up by the art gallery. That was probably one of my worst points right there. I had to stop and walk for like 10 seconds just to finish this water cup that I had. Kept grinding. I just kind of found a spot around that 7:10, 7:20 pace just to keep kind of moving my legs. And it was honestly all my quads. I didn't feel like I cramped at all. I didn't feel like I had any like injury. It just, my legs felt shot. My quads felt shot. I don't think I did enough hills this training block. We can go into that in another video, but my quads were shot, my legs were shot. They didn't want to go any faster. So shout out my boy Jack again, him and another guy. They came back up on me around probably 24 and a half. And I just gave it everything I had to try to tow with them. They were probably going 6:50. So I lashed onto them for maybe a half mile. Then they pulled away again. And I just tried to fight as much as I could. I really did know at about probably 24 that I had lost the BQ. At 22, I knew I was right on pace, like by the skin of my teeth. Like I was probably on 2:55.00 pace. And I was like, okay, like this is gonna be tough. And then by the time I got to 24, I knew it would have taken some sub-6 at the end to kind of clutch back and get it. So I knew it was kind of out of the cards, but I did not want to walk. I didn't want to be like destroying my race. And I don't know why I kept thinking in my head that I was like, oh my God, am I gonna run over 3 hours? So I kind of just was, all these different thoughts were going through my head when I was kind of really slowing down. And I just tried to keep putting one foot in front of the other. I was pumping my arms as hard as I could and grinding. My form probably looked horrible. Get to mile 25. We're kind of on this home stretch here down Delaware Ave. The crowd was out. You know, I really could kind of feel the finish. I was running towards City Hall, running toward the big town circle. And, you know, I just tried to find 7 flat pace again. Got to the center circle right in front of Town Hall in Buffalo. I mean, I could hear the finish line. I could see it through the alleyways of the other buildings off to my left. And it was just a couple, you know, it was about 45 seconds after that. So I just made a quick little out and back at that U-turn spot. And then I was into the finish. And I think when I made that left turn into the finish chute, I mean, I think I saw it just tick over that 2:55 mark and kind of go into that 2:56. And then I just mustered everything I had to keep my legs going. And there was even close to being behind me. And my boy Jack was finished in front of me, and he definitely wasn't even that close to me. And he probably beat me by like 30 seconds. Actually, shout out the person who finished behind me. Shout out Nathan French. Tag Nathan French in the comments. I did DM him. He's got like 300K followers on Instagram. Nathan French, dude, awesome freaking run. Love to connect and just message a bit and hear about your race. So definitely. So that was pretty much the race. Post race, finished. Got my medal, saw family, saw friends, signed that little beam that you make your signature on that Buffalo has, so that was super cool. I mean, my body was in shock. I was all adrenaline. I was cramping up. I could barely walk. Somehow found my way over to the post-race convention center with my family and friends. You know, had 3 beers in there and some Fritos and banana. So, what the heck am I gonna do next? Because I did not qualify for the Boston Marathon. I need to run under 255. Let's be honest here. I probably would have had to run about 252, 251, or 250 to even get in to the 2026 Boston. That was not in the cards at the Buffalo Marathon. I severely underestimated the course just of how undulating the hills were. So honestly, best case scenario on race day, on Sunday, maybe I would have ran 254.30. Honestly, but that shows you how razor thin. Like, I honestly think I ran my best race. I mean, maybe I could have ran under 255. I don't know what conditions even would have churned that out with the training that I did. I don't know, maybe different fuel, or maybe if I paced myself a little different, but as you can see on my splits, I literally ran it perfect. So I honestly think I got the most out of myself on the day. So I don't think I could have even qualified on Sunday. But that's why I'm so proud of myself, is I literally think that was my best race. I think I could have given out on the day. So yeah, 2026 Boston, I'm not running it. Unless I randomly decided to enter a fall marathon and do it. I don't know if that's where my head's at right now. I have a really fun race I'm gonna do actually in 4 days. I'm doing a Friday night mile race on the track to see if I can break 5. So look for my video about that. Shout out McMullen Mile right here. Let's go McMullen Mile, baby. Sub 5 we back. But so I don't really know what I'm gonna do for another marathon. I am, of course, running another marathon, but right now my head is leaning towards a 2027 Boston, just to like give myself a chance to like decompress from this marathon training block, get back in the gym, you know, enjoy fitness for a sec, like really kind of just get really healthy, do some really cool fitness stuff, and then probably like a spring marathon. Honestly, again, just sounds the best to me of a spring 2026 marathon that's not Buffalo, that is somewhere even more flat than Buffalo. Sounds the best to me. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. And if you have any ideas for a spring marathon, definitely let me know, DM me, drop in the comments, or if you know an incredible winter marathon I should consider. Not super sure, but that's kind of where my head is at, I guess. So 2026 Boston is out, but marathoning for Mac is definitely not out. I will be at Boston. I locked in for 16 weeks and I got 1 minute and 20 seconds away from qualifying for Boston. I 100% have a BQ in me. It just is going to be a matter of when I want to get it done. So next marathon, consider that happening for sure. I would bet that money on that I can take the BQ on my next marathon for sure. So if you have any thoughts on races I should do, if you have a spring marathon or next marathon I should consider, would love to hear it. And if you ran Buffalo, I would love to hear about your race. I would love to connect with you. Drop me a message, drop a comment. I want to connect with anyone that did the race, or anyone that's pursuing a marathon, or anyone that's pursuing anything difficult, because to end this video, you can do anything you absolutely want to do. No one can tell you what you are capable of. That is only between you and you. I had someone tell me in October of 2023 that I was scared of everything. I would never do anything difficult in my entire life, and that I was an absolute coward, and I would never accomplish anything difficult. Guess what? You can change that. That's not me. You can do anything that you want. Period. So go chase your dreams, whatever the heck it is. It does not have to be running. Listen, running is a platform for me. This is just one thing. I am not just a runner. I can do anything that I want to do, all right? Lots of other content coming on this page. Mark my words, take that to the bank. Lots of other stuff that I can do, lots of other stuff that I'm capable of. There's probably stuff that I haven't even started yet that I know I could smoke. So just wait, it's a matter of time. Big things coming. Let's go, baby. Peace out.
Oh, baby. Baby.